This is the eufy E28 Omni robot vacuum and mop combo. And honestly, just looking at this thing, I can tell it's not your average robot vacuum. The design is pretty sleek, with a matte black finish and a sturdy all-in-one base station that looks more like a high-end gadget than a cleaning tool. When I first got my hands on it, the E28 felt surprisingly solid and heavy, which already gave me the impression that this was built to last. Setting it up was honestly simple for me. Just plug it in, fill up the water tanks, and let the app guide you through everything step by step. As someone who's used a bunch of robot vacuums over the years, I was eager to see if this combo could actually keep my floors as spotless as it promises. Let me walk you through the key features that really stood out for me. The thing that caught my eye first is the HydroJet system. This is basically dual water tanks in the base that not only keep the mop wet, but also wash the mop head in real time during cleaning. So instead of dragging dirty water around, the E28 actually stops and scrapes any gunk off its mop as it works. I tried testing this by putting a little peanut butter and jam on my kitchen floor, stuff I'd usually never let any robot vacuum touch. I was honestly skeptical, but the E28's roller brush and mop went over the sticky stains multiple times. What impressed me is that it has sensors underneath. It recognizes when there's something stubborn stuck on the ground and will keep cleaning the same spot until it's gone, rather than just doing a one pass and missing it. If you're new to these kinds of products, self-cleaning means that the mop and dustbin get automatically washed and emptied at the base, so you don't have to get your hands dirty or do annoying daily maintenance. The base even has hot air drying for the mop pads, so you're not left with that musty, damp smell after mopping. Those features might sound a bit extra, but for me, having a robot that almost never needs my attention is a huge plus. Especially if you have a busy lifestyle. The E28 isn't just a floor cleaner. The Flexion portable deep cleaner is actually integrated right into the base. I didn't think I'd use this much at first, but I quickly changed my mind. There are just times when a robot can't get to certain messes, like when my dog decided to drag a muddy toy onto the couch. All I had to do was pop out the portable cleaner from the docking station, attach the tool, and use it just like a mini handheld vacuum that sprays water and sucks up dirt. It worked well on my couch, my mattress, and even on the stairs. Sure, it's not as powerful as those massive carpet cleaners, but for small spots and daily use, it makes things way more convenient and saves me from needing one more gadget eating up closet space. Let's talk about suction power. The E28 boasts 20,000 PA, which is a pretty big number if you're not familiar. Basically, that means it has a ton of suction. Enough to pull up all kinds of debris, pet hair, and sand from both carpets and hard floors. I noticed it did a better job than my last RoboVac, especially on thick rugs where pet hair usually gets stuck. I also love the Duo spiral brush. If you've ever had to spend 10 minutes trying to detangle long hair from a vacuum, you know how annoying that is. The E28 has a roller that unwinds and reverses, pulling hair into the dustbin instead of letting it wrap around. There were hardly any clogs or tangles to deal with, which is a major relief for me. You might have heard about smart mapping or AI navigation before, but this robot actually delivers. With sensors on all sides and a front-facing camera, it can recognize over 200 different types of objects, shoes, power cords, pet bowls, you name it, and avoids them instead of bumping around blindly. The mapping process takes just a few minutes. It even makes a 3D scan of your floor, so you can see a virtual map inside the app. You can quickly set up zone cleaning, no-go zones, or tell it to just do the kitchen after dinner. The RGB visual recognition is a fancy term for its camera and lights, which means it can clean properly even in dim lighting, a feature I use more often than I expected when cleaning at night. The eufy app itself is straightforward. I like that everything's easy to find, from cleaning schedules to picking vacuum or mop modes. You can adjust the water usage and cleaning intensity based on your floor, plus you get detailed cleaning reports right after each run. If you're not into tech or apps, you can also control it with your voice or use the buttons on the robot itself. All the main features are accessible with a tap. Of course, there are a few things I'm still a bit unsure about. The unit itself is pretty tall, over 4 inches, so sometimes it can't fit under my lower cabinets or couch. That's not ideal if you have a lot of low furniture, and it only connects to 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, which hasn't been a real issue for me, but could be for some if your smart home is on 5 GHz. I also noticed the base station takes up a bit more room than I expected. It's not a deal breaker, but definitely something to keep in mind if you have a small apartment or limited floor space. When it comes to battery life, I get about 2 hours on a full charge, which is enough to handle my downstairs area, roughly 1,200 square feet, without needing a recharge. The base station holds up to 3 liters of dust and debris, which for me means I only empty it every couple of months. That's basically maintenance-free and saves a bunch of time. Cleanup is simple. Pop out the bag, replace it, and you're done. The corner rover arm is also one of those little features I didn't think would matter, but it helps the vacuum really get into corners and along baseboards. If you struggle with getting dust out of those hard-to-reach spots along the wall, this robot handles them better than anything else I've tried. From my experience, the performance of the mop is honestly on another level. If you spill sticky things like juice or jam, or if you have pets and kids who leave mystery stains, the E28 just keeps going over the mess until it's clean. There's a special setting called precision mopping that helps target tough stains, and the sensors make sure the robot doesn't just give up after one pass. If you're worried about loud noises, this actually runs pretty quietly unless you activate the max suction mode. Even then, it's less intrusive than older models I've tried. I often let it run while I'm working from home, and it doesn't disrupt meetings or phone calls. A few more things worth mentioning. The E28 has built-in hot air drying for the mop, so after each cleaning run, it dries itself in just a few hours. No more musty smells or having to pull out the mop to dry it. It supports auto detergent dispensing, which is great because you don't have to keep measuring and refilling cleaning solution each time. In my opinion, it's perfect for anyone looking for a powerful, hands-off cleaning solution who doesn't want to spend weekends scrubbing floors. If you have pets or kids, it handles hair, food messes, and general chaos really well. I'd recommend this for busy people, families, or anyone who just wants to keep their place tidy without making an extra effort every day. The price might be higher than entry-level robots, but you definitely get what you pay for in terms of features and time saved. In conclusion, the eufy E28 Omni robot vacuum and mop combo really delivers on its promises. It's not 100% flawless. There are a few space and compatibility issues depending on your home, but the combination of vacuum, mop, portable deep cleaner, and smart mapping is worth the investment for me. It's made cleaning way less of a hassle, and that alone makes it totally worth it. If you're looking for honest talk and more real-life reviews like this, quick review, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your thoughts or any questions you have. Thank you for watching.